Duncan Stevenson. Now your starters this evening. Batting number 1, catcher number 20, Grayson Mealy. Batting number 2, shortstop number 9, Ty Freeman. Batting number 3, left fielder number 15, Kenny Drake. Batting number 4, third baseman number 23, Blake Durr. Batting number 5, second baseman number 2, Jared Ladd. Batting number 6, first baseman number 13, Cade Banner. Batting number 7, center fielder number 10, Carter Flynn. Batting number 8, pitching number 6, Tyler Summers. And batting number 9, right fielder number 4, Brady Burden. The Warriors are coached by Mr. Daniel Hansen, and officiating tonight's game, behind the plate we have Chris Snyder, and out in the field, Phil Bailey.
Welcome, Warrior fans, to the Wes-Del Sports Network and out here at Warrior Field for the first home opener of the 2024 baseball campaign. The varsity Warriors are on the field. I'm Kyle Mealy, the superintendent. Alongside me, as always, is the coach, Coach McLaughlin. Coach, could you ask for better weather? It took us 2 weeks to get here, but, man, it is a nice night.
Yeah, you couldn't get any better than this, and let's hope it stays this way because it is Indiana, and we know it could change any time, but I would say it is a great day, brother.
We got us a nice one. This is not a MEC matchup. This is a cross-conference matchup. TEC playing the MEC as Union City comes to town. Union City 0-3 on the year. They've, 1-2, I think, on the year. They won against South Adams, and they lost 2 against Winchester in a doubleheader. So we are 3-0. We had a couple of wins against Southern Wells and Liberty Christian about a weekend ago. And then just last week, before all the rain came to town, we were able to pick up an MEC win at Blue River. Tonight it looks like Tyler Summers is going to be on the hill. Tyler is working into the rotation, I would say. He's trying to pick up a little bit more innings, and this is a good one to get started in. And as you witnessed right there, control is the issue. He's a great kid. And we've seen him in a lot of sports, but tonight it's all about trying to get him some confidence, to get him some control. But we also have a lot of conference games this week, so we got to keep our arms, in rotation and not waste some arms tonight. So it could be a good one to see some different arms. Coach, who do we have leading us off for Union City? I'm going to make you work tonight and look at your program.
Looks like we have Jason Connor, number 1, batting us.
You're all over it. Can't get anything by you.
No, we'll get it.
First pitch at the home opener right now. And that almost struck him, but it's going to be a ball.
A little inside here. And like you said, it's just one of those things where, boy, when Tyler's pumping those strikes in there, he's really, really good.
He's got the velocity.
And it's, it's okay to be
wild. You can be effectively wild.
Yeah, just bring it back in and find that strike zone when you need to.
And there's a shot right off the bat, and that is a single out to Kenny Drake playing left field. And the Union City has their first hit of the game.
Second baseman, number 21, Luke Collins.
Luke Collins now, the second baseman coming up here, and that one was roped off.
Yeah, it was a heck of a good hit. Luke Collins played travel ball with several of our guys. Grayson Mealy played with him years ago with the Longhorns. So no Luke. Know his family. Good kid. Be interesting to see if they take a chance here and steal with nobody out. But, we've got a lot of work on Grayson with a pitcher that can get a little wild.
Yeah, early in the game, they may just see how Tyler's command is here before they start running.
Looks like it's going to be
just a little low.
2-0 to Collins. Got a full booth up here. We've got the producer, Mr. Romine. We've got the voice of the Warriors, the real Mr. Denny. And then we have the jack of all trades with sound, music, Rachel McLaughlin. So we're full house up here. There's a ball in play. It might go foul.
Yeah, touch that foul there, Cade.
That'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike to Collins.
Had him fooled on that one, and I don't know, that was going to be a tough play for us, though. So it's probably a good idea that for him to be able to push that one down the line a little bit there. Looks like her paper got away from you there.
I lost my program, Coach.
Yeah.
Had to head outside and chase that one down.
Good thing it didn't go over the ledge.
Yep, he's running. And that one's inside, and great jump.
Yeah.
And Connor gets a steal without a throw.
Not sure Tyler looked over there at him much, and kind of noticed that after the 3rd pitch here, 4th pitch, and took off on him.
This is a big pitch here, 3-1. Runner on second, no outs. And that is caught just the outside edge. Chris Snyder behind the dish, our umpire.
And I was hoping he'd get that call, because if you don't get that one in high school baseball, it could be a long night.
Could be a very long evening.
Like the wider strike zone. Make the guys swing, give the pitchers a little bit of the plate.
That one is chopped foul. Nice job by Collins to keep it going with a full count. No outs. Again, Connor down at second base. So early pressure here from the Indians.
It's just the 2 that he's put in play were just barely connected with. So if Tyler can keep this over the plate here, I think he can get him.
Here's the big pitch. Looked to be a little inside, and
yeah, that wasn't too far inside, but sold by the batter.
Zach Folk comes to the plate. He's a lefty. He's a shortstop. I believe he throws right, bats left. Don't see too many left-handed shortstops these days. I'd be looking for just about anything here with no outs. Could be a bunt. Got to be prepared if I'm Blake Durr down at third. And that one is outside, and
Grayson wrangled that one in because that one was getting away quick, but he stuck it out there and grabbed it.
Tyler needs just a little bit of a win here. An out anywhere would help.
Just low.
Softball team's in action just behind us. They've been doing pretty well this year.
Just like anything else, they're trying to fit in as many games as you can while the sun's shining.
This week looks good all but Wednesday. Wednesday's got a little bit of weather. And there's a nice, that one breaks right across the heart of the plate. Makes it 2-1.
Right now, I think all 3, Tyler, Grayson, and Coach Hanson, are trying to figure out which pitch Tyler is most comfortable with. I thought it was the curveball from the last pitch, but that one got away from him a little bit.
Yeah. But, again, when you back things up and you have 3 conference games this week, you have to save some arms. So you got to dig deep and
throw some strikes, make them hit it.
This may be one where the offenses have to, because they're in the same boat. They just threw and played 2 conference games. And that one must have been low. And now we have the bases loaded, and
first baseman number 14, Owen Deller.
Owen Dowler, and Grayson's going to do a little mound visit. New thing is that they have a communication device in the helmet now, so Coach Hanson can talk directly to Grayson through the mic the entire game.
Yeah. And
so instead of wasting a visit there.
Right, and I think that was a great, just slow everything down for a second. And
so Dowler with the sacrifice fly scores 1.
Batting now for the Indians, pitcher number 24, Trendon Spence.
Now Trendon Spence, and now it's a first and third situation. So here you look at this and you say, you know, what kind of strategy does Coach Hansen have early in the game here with first and third? You would assume first will be on the move, and we'll see if we throw through or if we cut back to home.
It's an awful big lead. Oh, threw it away.
And that one got away, and that will score a run. And sometimes you beat yourself, and those are the types of things early in the year you've got to shore up a little bit. So that's, again, and their coach. No signs down there. It's a audio call. So they're, I think it's Stepford Wives.
Okay.
Is what he called.
Block by Grayson there to keep that ball in front of him.
Yeah, he's working a little bit here in the first inning.
For some reason, I thought they had bases loaded, so
they don't.
I was a little confused about the bunt play.
Game's getting away from you.
Yeah,
Coach.
well,
getting
yeah,
some spots if he just could get it there.
Yeah, he's got a wide strike zone.
2-1 delivery. Fouled straight back. And this is going to make it 2-2. A strikeout could go a long way for confidence. It's a rare day out here when the flag is not blowing and just laying there like that. That's a rare occasion out here. Usually blows straight in. That one got away.
Full count here, so now contact. Everybody's moving.
Okay. And after some technical difficulties,
we're back.
We are back. And what did you miss? I don't know when we lost you, but I can tell you this much. It's 6-0. And Tyler Summers is no longer on the mound in the second. It will be Cam Vonderschmidt, the freshman, taking the rubber. And we're going to look to see if we don't have as many base runners on base as we did last inning. That would be our first goal. The Warriors did not convert on their first at-bats and went down pretty easily. So the bats aren't going and the strikes aren't flowing.
Well, one of the things you want to make sure is that if they are on base this inning, let's make them earn it. Let's make them get on base by hits or, them earning it and not putting them on. Felt like we put them in situations to succeed that last inning and then didn't help ourselves on a couple plays that we typically would make. And, that's all water under the bridge. So now
it's about trying to see what you're made of and fight back into this. But one thing you said when we were off on technical difficulties, Spence for the Indians just threw strikes.
Yeah.
And made him put it in play. And
they weren't hard strikes.
One was a shot back to the pitcher that came out of his glove, but he was able to field and get Grayson on the first at bat. And then he was able to get a strikeout and then get a ground out back to the pitcher. So it was a pretty easy inning. He did walk Kenny Drake, but I guess the key there is it's amazing what just throwing the ball in the strike zone and making him hit it can do. You got 8 guys behind you.
Yeah, you got to trust your defense and just throw strikes. And it wasn't so much trusting the defense in that first inning as that Tyler's command just wasn't there and he wasn't throwing strikes. So let's see if we can get that under control here a little bit. Try something different. Got Vondi coming in here, and we'll see if we can get him
big game for a freshman.
Going, yeah.
But again, we got a lot of conference games. Got to save some arms, so that's the strategy tonight.
He's going to jump right into the meat of the order here. I think it's 2, 3, 4. So,
and we got a big one tomorrow against Daleville, and Daleville.
For the Warriors, number 5, Cameron Vonderschmidt, leading off the top of the second inning for the Indians. Second baseman, number 21, Luke Collins.
Luke Collins, the second baseman, will lead things off here in the second inning. Collins was part of that 6-run first inning. I believe he was a run scored. I don't remember, to be honest with you, folks.
That was
a long time ago. And that one tails inside. Vonderschmidt trying to get across his first strike here. Quiet down here at Warrior Field. Quiet over at the softball field as well.
Just a little low. Now, I have not seen all the games. I know you have. Has Vonderschmidt made an appearance, or is this his varsity?
Vonderschmidt pitched against Liberty Christian in the second game at the Southern Wells doubleheader. And had a pretty good outing. I will say this. Pitching is like having a really good guard in basketball. Somebody who can handle the ball, get the team into places. It's almost a must-have to be successful. You've got to be able to get pitches across the plate or you're where we're at now. And he walks his first batter. And
now batting for the Indians, shortstop.
Let's hope that one's just nerves and he can work himself out here.
I agree. Well, and now it puts a little pressure on your catcher, too, with a Collins is quick and a freshman on there who hasn't had to, hold runners very often.
Good job, Grayson, keeping that one in front of him. Anytime as a catcher, if you keep that ball in front of the plate, you got a chance at least making them think twice, and that's exactly what happened there.
Warriors lost a big arm last year in Travis Bunch, and you have to basically reload or rebuild and try to get some of these arms in there. And
still looking for that first strike right now.
That is 6 straight balls. And, Coach, I hope you didn't have anything planned later.
Well, we only have so much daylight unless I'm not looking out there with the upgrades. If you got lights on this field.
Not yet.
No,
Not
okay.
yet. And if this continues, there'll be a lot of people to thank me. And I want to say thank you to Chris Snyder.
That was
he gave us a very generous strike zone there and helped us out.
Well, he's got somewhere to go too, I'm sure.
Yeah. We're all going somewhere, Coach. You want me to get any deeper than that?
Well, I'm going to say that's a little deep.
That one's a little upstairs. So we're 3-1. So it's been a total of 9 balls and 1 strike. Not that we're keeping track, but kids, if you're young and you want to work on something, work on pitching, because you can't do much without pitching. And that's the second straight walk. And much like the first inning, the second inning is a back-to-back walk start. And here comes Dowler.
This is their cleanup hitter. So
It is. He got a hard sacrifice fly to center field last inning that started the run scores. Scoring run, whatever you want to name it. And
hey, Upton saw it at home.
yeah.
Grayson might need it after tonight. He's working it out back there.
That's a problem you face when you get so many canceled games and then you're backed up and you just can't. I mean, you can't waste Jared Ladd and you can't waste Ty Freeman in a non-conference game when you have 3 games scheduled. That's a good pitch. And you know what? Give these young guys a chance to find it. I love Cam, and I just want him to find it faster.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cam's going to be a big part of this program for the next 4 years.
Oh, huge part. It's hard to come in as a freshman and just start throwing, but
he's really, I feel like he's putting a lot of this on his shoulders right now, and he's kind of aiming the ball and just rear back and throw.
yeah, you just got to. I mean, there's enough cliches in the game, but you're playing catch with your catcher.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. There's somebody out there saying, just you and him, throw to the glove.
Well, there's plenty of
That's easy to say. Not easy to do.
It's 3-1 now.
I don't know. The other thing is you're trying to save Carter Flynn, his arm as well, because.
Well, just like you said, I mean, there's a lot of games.
Well, there's a point where it's kind of like the Major League Baseball. When you're in a situation, you start putting in guys,
utility players,
guys that are in the field that you just say, we don't want to waste an arm here.
Let's see what Cam can do here with full count.
3-2, 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this kid wants to swing because.
Yeah, I just get it. Just put her in there. Like I said, it's really easy.
And he did. That's a rip.
And that was over the head of Kenny Drake, and he's still trying to find it. It could be cut, maybe going home. They're going to hold him up. That's a double for Dowler. So Dowler had the sacrifice fly, and now he has the double.
Both times solid contact. The last time he got unlucky and hit it right to the center fielder, but that one was not going to be caught.
You know, this could be a quick night.
Well,
bats stay cold. I mean, I know you.
If you mean inning-wise, yes. I don't know. It's
Could
going
be
to be quick.
yeah, it might not be just shorter.
Yes.
May not play 7. No outs. Runner on second and third, and this is Spence, Trendon Spence, the junior, the pitcher. Got a little Julio Franco.
Bat wiggle up there, holding
that bat, a little Julio Franco, if you know that.
I think Julio Franco played till he was like 48.
I don't know that that's completely true. I think
Oh,
that might have been
it's close.
it's a bit of an
I
exaggeration.
want you to look that up.
48, getting down the line. That's a
And
shot.
Kenny ought to be able to make that one.
And there comes the throw. It's going to be cut.
So they cover third here. So
That makes it 8-0. 8-0, and we got an out. They got him leaving early, and Chris Snyder calls him on a didn't tag up. And let's go to – I'll tell you what, let's go to New York and see if they got that one right. Oh, wait. We don't have that choice.
So that run
does not count.
Doesn't count.
Let me find. Where's your home score at?
You may have to do it after the inning.
Yeah, you're going to have to go set home score and put it into 7.
Turned on that one, so 2 times he's been a little ahead of it.
Yeah, we'll do it afterwards. Trying to help. Should be 7-0, but we've got to clean that up in between innings. We could get a hold of our athletic director.
Hey, can you get a chance to come up and correct our score for us? Can you come up and correct our score for us? It should be 7 instead of 8. Okay. Oh, I'm right. All right, bye.
Well, I just want to prove you wrong. Julio Franco played till he was 49. Now, those last 2 years we're in Mexico, but
okay, that's what I wanted to.
But
he played 47. He was 47 and still in Major League Baseball, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Or minor league baseball.
He was somewhere.
All right. We've been having these problems all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, at lunch we had this a couple of issues.
We almost fought about 3 times.
Yeah. It's 2-2.
We don't always get along so famously like we do on here.
Yeah, like they think we do. Nice job there. Cam Vonderschmidt strikes him out, and that was a quicker inning. Only 2, actually 1 put up in the second inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the second inning, and the Warriors are going to try to get things going. But let's just take a quick audio break while we go down. And we're back after we talked about Julio Franco is playing at 57 in Japan right now.
Yep.
He's playing for
54, and I know I'm not close to playing.
He's playing for the Toyota Tornadoes out of Japan.
Yeah.
The Prius Panthers. Jared Ladd starting us off. He's got the ninja headband. Let's see if he can ninja a couple of singles here in this one. He's been hot lately.
Strike a couple runs here.
And there is a ball that is flying out to right field and caught.
Caught that, not comfortably, but caught it.
Uncomfortably caught.
Yes.
By Coach McLaughlin's eyes. And now that brings to the plate one Mr. Cade Banner. Choosing the Bon Jovi walk-up song.
Of course he is.
He's wanted dead or alive, folks. For those of you that are big Young Guns fans, he's your guy. And a little bit of contact there. Kai Denny came up here and he said, I think our guys are going to end up jumping on this kid at some point. And I
think so.
I think, a couple times through a time or two through the order, and we might be able to scrape up some runs here, I'm hoping. And that was a tough one, I'll be honest with you. If
Good
I'm
pitch.
Schneider, that's a tough one. He called the right one. That thing was just trying to catch the outside edge. A little high, though.
It was a good job by the catcher, too, to make it look better than it was.
It's a big swing by number 13 there. He's to shorten up a little bit with 2 strikes, 1 and 2.
And Spence does a good job on either side of the plate of working the corners.
I don't know what just happened.
I think Cade called timeout.
I don't know. I can't believe you awarded it to him.
Yeah, I can't either, but I think that's what happened.
Spence says, that's fine. I'll give you this. And strikes him out. Ball in the dirt, and that one
Dug
fielded.
out.
Nice dig there by the first baseman. That is Dowler, I believe.
Yes, and that was a good, like you said, a good dig because he had plenty of time, but nice dig out by first there. The throw was not great.
That is Cam Vonderschmidt, I believe. It looks like Vonderschmidt. I think it is. Yeah, that is Vonderschmidt, number 5. But it had to do with the substitution for
Yes.
Summers.
Yes.
So there was some moving in the order because of Tyler Summers being subbed. I think
And they may have pulled Carter Flynn unless he stayed in center. I don't know exactly.
I think they pulled Carter Flynn, and I think Summers is now in center because Summers has a helmet on right there.
Yeah. So I think Carter Flynn may have gotten pulled.
So it may be he may be batting for Carter Flynn. That's where the sub came in. That one was not a strike, but I don't blame Schneider. We don't want to be here all night, but that's a high school strike, but that's not a any level other strike. So Spence again working through the lineup.
Oh.
And that might have been
It's 2-2, I guess.
2 and 2. We're getting a little well, we don't know.
Deuce is wild up there.
This is wild. Vonderschmidt trying to,
He swung
and
right
down
through
they
that
go. And Spence walks off with confidence. I would too. I'd feel like Greg Maddox at this point. We'll be back with you some other time. And we're back here at Warrior Field. 7-0 is the score, top of the third. Cam Vonderschmidt on the mound. Warriors, I don't even know if we've gotten a hit.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we
Why don't
have.
you say that?
I think that one bounced in the
In the
grass.
grass. Poor Grayson.
That's the thing about baseball, man. It can be one way one day and one way the next.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I still feel like we are going to get the bats going at some point.
Yeah, I think second time through the lineup, I think you'll see a different group.
Leading off for the Indians, the top of the third. Right fielder, number 8.
See if we can get out a quick inning here and just get in and out of this.
This is the junior number 8, Brennan Hogat. Sorry, Mom. Brennan, he was probably a part of that first inning too. Everybody was.
I think everyone was. They batted around.
Almost on the inside corner. But awful low. They don't mind getting right on, and I mean right on the plate. So that can always mess with a young pitcher. You know how I know? I don't, because I never pitched.
Well, you're right, though. That can throw you off a little bit because
Never threw a
you
ball.
feel like you don't have the inside part of the plate when they're standing on there, when really, in all reality, you just got to kind of brush them off and hope the umpire realizes how close they are to the plate.
That one, a little overthrown. Snyder, though, good form. Goes out and gets it. Giving the catcher a little time.
That's what he's doing. He tapped Grayson on the back and took his time walking over there. I don't know, that one was probably the worst one Grayson's ever taken.
No, but I think Snyder's thinking as many as he's been digging in the first 3 innings, they do accumulate.
Well, the other thing he's saying is thank you for protecting me because I haven't been hit very much back here.
That is a walk to start the third, and guess what? Third straight inning, we've started with a walk.
Yeah, that's not a recipe for success that you want to walk a lot of batters, especially the leadoff hitter.
Is this Lutz? Yes. This is Caleb Lutz. See if Vanderschmidt looks at him at first. If they don't see him looking,
he's going.
Grayson throws that one away.
Good back up there.
Grayson blocked it, but
probably should have just ate that one.
Yeah. It didn't have any bearing. I don't think he was going to get him either way.
No, and he's probably thinking, let me try to make something happen here. But
yeah, this is a game that needs some life for the Warriors. Just a little spark.
A little spark.
Just a little spark
of inspiration.
And just some beautiful feet. There you go.
You know what does look good over there is that golf green.
Yeah, that's Warrior National over there. Freshly cut yesterday by Jason Moss.
Right after the Masters.
Always looks good this time of the night.
It's always looking pretty over there.
I'll tell you what look even better.
Couple strikes.
A couple of more numbers on the strike scoreboard. Well, the organ player sound. Biff Wilson is a man of many talents.
Well, if you haven't seen him play the organ up there,
we have installed an organ in the softball press box, and Biff Wilson has not stopped. Still at it.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could do that.
Well, his younger years, he was a organ player for a polka band.
Yes. Polka, Polka, Polka was their big hit.
Oh, that's inside. Oh.
He got a dead ball. They're saying it hit him.
Checking this out, see if it hit him.
Yeah. Phil Bailey, who, yeah, he's got it.
They got it figured out. Not slipping one by these guys.
I think Phil Bailey, didn't he used to call in to Bob and Tom?
I don't know, did he?
I don't know. I swear there was a guy named Phil Bailey who used to call in to Bob and Tom all the time. I bet it's not him.
No.
No.
It could be, though.
Wish it was.
I wish it was.
Guess who's up? Geronimo. And he's the DH. He's looking to get one here. I tell you what, they're so far up on the plate. I don't know if that's totally a ball, but I'm trying to find something. I think that's Geronimo.
I knew there was a Philip Bailey.
I knew
this pitch.
I knew there was.
Yes.
I knew there was a Philip Bailey.
Yeah.
Good
pitch right there.
Phil Bailey. Is it in Groundhog's Day?
No. He was the duet with Phil Collins, Easy Lover.
That was Philip Bailey.
Yeah. All you 80s fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can get Rachel to play that between innings here.
Ooh. Little Scotty Scheffler with the back foot there. Went sliding out from behind him.
Geronimo bailed out on that one.
And we got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get out of a bit of a pickle here. Got 2 on. First and second. Grayson trying to keep this one in front. Yep. I could call that one. I knew it was going to be low because it was going to be an overthrow.
Let's throw a strike here.
2-2. He's looking to swing. Oh, Phil Bailey. Phil Bailey is also, I believe, a DJ on Sirius.
Okay.
You can look that up, but I think
Maybe
he's
the
on
same
classic.
guy.
I think he's on classic vinyl.
Man, Grayson is keeping everything in front of him.
I'm gonna have to get some ice ready at the house.
Yeah, especially if he's planning on catching again tomorrow. Which
Yeah.
you know he is. So.
Yeah, all week long. Full count. This would load the bases, but it'd be a great opportunity to get an out too. And that one is up.
That's infield fly rule, should be.
Grayson catches that one.
I didn't see anybody call it, but it should have been an automatic out.
Indians, left fielder number 1, Jason Connor.
So there's one down. The runners didn't advance on that one. Connor comes to the plate, Jason Connor. I'm going to guess. I don't have any stats. I'm going to bet he's 1 for 1, maybe 2 for 2.
I don't know if he's even has he been walked twice?
Yeah, maybe he's 0 for. Maybe he's 0 for 0. Bondersmith's got the out though. That one is tried to be framed by Grayson. He's doing everything he can.
Yeah, he did.
He pulled that 1.5 foot up off the ground and back at the edge of the plate.
And held it there.
Tried it. If I'm Snyder, I'm like, yeah, Grayson.
I know you're trying.
It's a good try, but I can't give you that one. I mean,
Not as close as you think on that.
no, it's not as tight as you think because they are right on the plate.
It's just inside.
That one
Straight
fouled
back.
straight back. And that is 2 balls and 1 strike. We've got 1 out. Indians have 2 on. They've had so many on base that the bags are just surrounded by Indians.
It's Indians versus Warriors, so definitely
Yeah, these are
Indians are putting it to us right now. Oh, a little high.
This is a territory war.
Three and one here. Let's
3 and 1.
bear down a little bit.
And that'll load the bases. So
Now batting for the Indians, second baseman number 21, Luke Collins.
Luke Collins back up. This is his 3rd at bat. And here comes Coach Hansen out, and he is going to have a chat. I wouldn't see a pitching change in the future because
I don't know who that would be.
it would probably be someone like Cade Banner or
Blake
Yeah.
Durr.
Blake Durr or Brady Burton. Actually, I think Stevens was down there warming up. Brecken Stevenson.
Oh, okay.
Another freshman I saw in the pen. I don't think we're going to go there yet. We're gonna hold out. I will let you know a little housekeeping note. Friday we will be playing Liberty Christian again this year, and Coach Hansen, with all the various games loaded up this week, plans to play the younger guys in that one. So a little scheduling note for any of the parents that may not be here tonight. Friday is a good chance to go watch the younger guys. We don't have a full JV team, but we will be playing the younger guys in that second time we get to see Lakeview Christian. I think it's a smart move. Good chance to build for the future, just like tonight with some of these arms in there. And I'm not
At this point,
not sure if that was designed. It might have been designed
we have
because
talked
of
about
the
it.
timeout there, the chance to talk to it.
We'll throw behind play there.
Grayson didn't really throw that one real well.
Might just be keep them close. Go high. sometimes as players, that you can read the body language of a young player here, he just doesn't, he's just not being himself, and you just got to play. Sometimes you just play. That's an out, automatic out, infield fly rule. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So
it does to him because he frustrated. It just feels like nothing's going right.
Yeah, but it's an out. Somebody's got to talk to him, tell him it's
Gates
okay.
over there. Hey, listen, It doesn't matter that you didn't catch that. It's an out anyway. You could have let that drop.
So number 10, Zach Falk. Falk is their number 1, but he pitched this weekend against Winchester, and he threw his limit. So
he's done.
He cannot throw today. And right now, they don't need him. And there is a ball fouled.
Nice to see you start with a strike, though.
Yeah, he came back.
Head of the count.
Well, last year the Warriors went to the semi-state with only 13 on their roster, and they've got a lot more as you look at that roster this year. That's a good sign. Winning produces. Was a little high.
Right now.
Winning produces numbers, and that's a good thing. 1-1 the count. And that one is up. Let's see who's going to call this one. Blake Durr is struggling, but gets there.
He got it. Took every route he could to get there, but found a way to make the catch.
The senior gets us out of it without any harm, and that's the first. That's the first 0 thrown up on the board.
That was a lot of action for no outs.
Yeah.
Or for no runs there.
Let's stop the audio action and let's take a break.
Okay.
Tyler Summers is bringing his milkshake up to the plate as his song is
Milkshake. Yeah.
Milkshake. And it's the bottom of the third. Warriors struggling to get things going. We've got the 8-9 hitter. See if we can get some hits. That's a ball. That was a little bit more velocity and oomph I've seen out of Spence in 2 innings. He actually
definitely more than his warm-up.
Tried to get behind that. Yeah, he does not work at velocity in warm-up. That went down. You know what would be nice?
A milkshake?
A couple of walks.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like a good milkshake. Have you had one of the orange Frosties yet?
No, I haven't. But I'll go get one with you afterwards if you want.
The Dreamsicle?
I have not.
That was not a strike. Not from up here it wasn't, but it's now 2 balls and 1 strike to Summers. And Summers puts one up in play. Let's see if this will be center fielder's ranging over. Says he has it, and he does. Warriors still struggling to get anything on there, and the bats go cold. The walks get extensive. This isn't going to turn out well for us if we don't get something going. Number 9 hitter Brady Burden. And he's Little Troy.
Well,
whatever happened to little Troy? I thought he had some gold there for an instant.
well, he grew up. I think it's Big Troy now.
Big Troy. And I'll be honest with you. Snyder's been consistent on the outside corner. We got to be ready for that. He likes that pitch.
Probably push one right over the first baseman here.
Yeah,
Swing through
swing
that.
and a miss. And I wouldn't say that we have. I mean, compared to what we did at Blue River, where we put the ball in play like it was our job, we have not seen that today.
Today is Brady's birthday, so I'd like to see him get a hit.
All right, cool. Breeze's birthday. Is he 18, 17?
18. Dropped it. So now he got a tag on
I
him.
got a tag on him. That'll bring up Grayson Mealy, top of the order, 2 outs.
Now batting for the Warriors, the catcher, number 20, Grayson Mealy.
See if Grayson can put something into this.
It
Like Stone Cold.
just a hit. We just need a hit. That'd be nice.
Some base runners. Something positive.
Something positive here. And that is not going to do it.
Well, I'll tell you, that was being aggressive, though. I like it.
Yeah. Baseball's a hard game to watch. And now he is in an 0-2 hole, so
Protect the plate here. Tried to go the other way with that, but like we've talked about. He's been going outside, working those outside corners. So on lefties, he's going to the outside corner. Same thing for both guys. That's a base hit.
that's a base hit up the middle for Grayson Mealy, and that'll
Knock out the no-hitter finally.
be the first hit of the game for the Warriors. So Mealy gets on the board, and the Warrior faithful erupt. By erupt, I think I heard Ty Freeman's mom
Yeah.
with a sarcastic finally. Let's get this rolling with 2 and see if Ty Freeman can get us going.
I'll make a courtesy runner.
Well, let's see if. Well, I mean, he has been digging everything left and right. What do we got here? Who's going to run for him? Is that Sawyer Slopsma?
Sure looks that way.
Yep. Okay.
Courtesy runner for Warriors, number 17, Sawyer Slopsma.
So he's getting those gloves on in case he has to go head first. Back into the bag.
Ty Freeman.
Well, the other thing,
What is the other thing?
you've got to see him pitch with somebody on base now.
I know.
So maybe this will throw him off his rhythm a little
Sawyer's
bit.
still trying to get his batting gloves on here after the first pitch.
There's a
just to
running-
get
running
himself.
gloves. Thank you very much.
Oh, running gloves, trying to get himself ready. That is not a strike. That is not a strike. That is.
That's one of those you wait, and if catcher drops it, you
Yeah, you got to
probably
hang on to that one. That's a little Angel Hernandez style there.
called that one a little quick.
If you guys don't know who Angel Hernandez
I
is,
do,
he's the
yes.
worst umpire in Major League Baseball. Chris Snyder is not Angel Hernandez. He is a good guy. You know, I'm with you, Coach. It's almost like we need to push it. Just go with it.
Just
Punch it out that way.
wait on it. You don't have to pull everything. Some good contact on it. There's a right over second base.
I think Big
Sawyer's going to run
Ty's
for
got
days.
this. Ty's got this.
Good.
That is not a strike.
No,
That's
that's a good pitch, though.
a good pitch. That's a great call by
Yes,
Chris Snyder.
it's exactly what.
And a
pitcher was
great
hoping for.
eye by Ty Freeman.
Trying to get him to chase, and to Ty's credit, he did not.
2-2, 2 outs, runner on first. Freeman's got one
No,
in the
sorry.
air,
That's
and that could be. It's caught. And the Warriors continue the drought. That is no runs on 1 hit. Turn the volume down. 5th, I think. And we're back. I'm giving an update to the booth. It is the 5th inning in softball. We're leading 6-1. And
also playing Union City.
And here we are. Playing Union City here on this field, 7-0. Just giving you a update for any of you fans that are sitting there and watching and trying to figure things out. It's easy if you listen. But we play Daleville tomorrow, followed by Cowan, followed by Randolph Southern. Those are 3 conference games. So when you're a baseball coach, you can't waste your good pitchers when you need to try to win a conference. So usually what they call it is throw off. And what we're doing today is throwing some of our younger guys, getting them some experience. And in doing so, sometimes you trail.
Yeah, and baseball's a long season, so there's a lot of ebb and flows to the season. You're going to find that you're probably going to win a game or 2 you shouldn't, and lose a game or 2 you may not.
Well, there's this thing. The weird thing is there's also this thing called the pitch count that you can't throw a guy back to back because it's not like softball. But if you're just a common person sitting at home or in your mom's basement, you wouldn't know that. 7-0. We're in the top of the 4th, and it is Stevenson pitching now for the Warriors.
Another freshman, Brecken Stevenson.
Nice pitch.
Not throwing as hard, but throwing strikes so far. So
I like that. 1-1.
Got a little natural curve to his pitch if you watch it here.
This is Dowler. He had a double. That one almost came back.
Yep. Just a little bit too far outside for him
that's
to
a good
call
call
because
by.
I think he wanted to call that.
Good call by Chris. Phil Bailey in the field. Chris Snyder behind the plate. They've done a nice job tonight. It's been not an easy one to call when you're an umpire either. That one is up and out of play, and I like what you're seeing so far from the young freshman here, Brecken Stevenson. You know, the other thing is when you're walking a lot of guys and you're playing the field, I remember how it was. You're okay with putting some balls in play and getting some action because it can get long and tiring out there. That one is up. See if Grayson can get to that one. And he just missed it.
He couldn't find it initially. And by the time he found it, he didn't have time to get underneath it quite as much as he'd like to, I think. So still 2-2, though. Nothing hurt.
You know, the other thing I'll say about this, and I can say this because I have Grayson out there, but this is also a great opportunity for your juniors and seniors to learn how to lead early in the season when you're down like this because they're not always going to be great days. So this is a great opportunity to say, that is a shot from Dowler that may find its way out of here, and it does. Dowler has had a day. That is a home run on top of a double. But I'll tell you this much. If I'm Brecken Stevenson, the thing he needs to understand is nothing hurt because he's throwing strikes. I'll take a well-hit ball over a walk.
Well, even Nolan Ryan, Greg Maddox, and all the ones you've talked about have given up home runs.
Yes.
So
now batting for the Indians.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough, but you just do what you can, and sometimes they get a good swing on you. And that's what happens.
So they put another one up on the board, 8-0, on the young freshman Brecken Stevenson. But, hey, I like that Brecken's throwing some strikes. I think we were up. I think Mr. Denny had told me we were nearing 10 walks in the first 3 innings.
3 strikes there that he threw 4, actually, and that they get hit. And that's 3 good at-bats for Dowler.
Dowler's had a good day.
Yeah,
he had the sacrifice fly to start things off, well hit to center field. He had the double over Kenny Drake. And then the home run. That's a good location right there. And this is Spence, the pitcher. Man, really the bats for the Warriors have just not been there today either. And coming into this one, though, if you looked at anything about the Warriors, they were 3-0 and they've scored 39 runs. And they'd had 4 scored against them. So baseball's just funny like that. Some days it's your day. Some days it's not, but I think there's still some game left here. That's ripped out there to Kenny Drake, who's getting a little bit of action.
Long signal there.
Now batting for the Indians, center fielder, number 2, Braden Huggins.
Braden Huggins, number 2 now. They have a lot of juniors and seniors on this team from Union City. A lot.
The things other people don't realize either, these are not easy games to coach.
No.
when your rest of your team is a little frustrated, stay with it. There's nothing going right now.
Nope.
Not easy games to coach is what I'm saying, just because they're
Now batting for the Indians.
the guys get frustrated because you know that we have to throw off a little bit, and you know, when you're walking people and you get down early and everybody's mentality is not probably where it should be, then things like that happen, and it's just a tough night. It's tough to coach those kind of games. That's why I'd like to see some of these guys, like you said, the older guys lead a little bit, and it'd be nice to, I'm sure Coach Hanson will use this as a learning situation for all the guys. That's going to be a tough play anywhere. He beats it out too deep in the hole, not hit hard enough, and too deep in the hole there. Still trying to get this out.
Now batting for the Indians, third baseman, number 30, Kayla Lutz.
Caleb Lutz now for Union City. And there's a strike on the outside corner. That one's inside. Softball still up 7-1. I heard her.
Yeah, things are going great.
Heard announcer Biff Wilson.
Haven't heard the organ, but things are just going. That's going to drop in. That'll be another run, maybe 7. That one's coming home, but cut by Blake Durr. Good cut, and we don't score any runs. This will be over in an inning.
Yeah, that's
true. That is the bright news.
That is true. Well, at the bottom of the order here, we need to find a way to get an out. Swung through that one.
As we mentioned, just to give you the future schedule, tomorrow it's at Daleville. Big MEC conference game. Jared Ladd will be on the mound. That is a foul ball. Wednesday is a makeup game with Cowan. And the rain is supposed to be pretty heavy that day, so it may be a double makeup game someday. Thursday is another conference game at Randolph Southern. Friday is at Liberty Christian, and Saturday is a doubleheader at University, and that is with Blackford, Clinton Central, and University. We play Blackford at 11 o'clock. So a lot of baseball packed into here, thanks to Mother Nature last week.
You know, the easy thing to do, sometimes we forget, the easy thing to do would be just cancel this and not play these games when you have this many games. Yeah. But it's about getting the kids experiences to play.
And there's a good chance that, that's exactly what Stevenson is not, on paper, when you look at the schedule, he wouldn't be pitching this time of the year.
No.
And that is a foul ball.
Just foul. Geronimo got around that one.
Yeah, he would typically, you wouldn't have seen on a normal scheduled week, we wouldn't have these makeup games. You wouldn't see a Vonderschmidt
right,
or a Brecken Stevenson. But you know what? There's a positive out of it, and that is if you're a freshman and you're on the mound, you're getting those nerves out of the way because you're in a varsity baseball game and you're throwing. And there's a lot to be said for experience as they drive another one. This one will be Kenny Drake trying to come home with it, and they'll do the same thing and cut that off. Still no outs. It's 11-0.
RBI for Diego Geronimo.
Just hitting it where we're not right now.
Yeah, Warriors only with one hit, I think, unofficially tonight so far.
Now batting for the Indians.
And
fielder, number 1, Jason Connor.
Tomorrow we have Winchester, Randolph, Southern, and Union City for
There we go.
Oh, we have track. Mr. Producer, Winchester,
Here.
Randolph Southern, and Union City here for track on the.
It'll be on the Wes-Del
On the
Sports Network.
tune in on the Wes-Del Sports Network so you can see the brand new facility, the added lanes, and probably one of the nicest facilities you're going to find.
First home track meet in
2 years, over 2 years.
Yeah.
2 separate streams, one for track events.
Oh my gosh. How about
Oh,
that?
you look at that. 2 separate streams, one for the track events and
One
then
for the fields.
one for the field events. That's why they call it track and field. Brecken struggling a little bit here on this batter. It's 3-0.
Wasn't too far off on that one.
No. You know, the other thing that's really good is, and people all argue this, and listen, coming out of me, it ought to say a lot because I'm not always Mr. Positive, but let me look at the positive side of this thing is, if you're going to have a game like this, have it when it's not a conference game and have it early in the year.
For sure.
And also, it brings you down to reality a little bit. You know, we're number 2 ranked team, but we, you know, in 1A baseball, once you get past your top 3 pitchers, you realize you've got to put some young guys in situations that they aren't ready for, and that's okay because they're getting ready for it right now. So, for someone to go through a baseball season in any level and be undefeated is dramatic. I mean, that's almost impossible.
It's almost impossible. One of the things too that I knew that was going to come up from one of us about, you know, it's sometimes a reality check, and I think that's what Coach Hansen will use it as.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that's frustrating you and I is not so much this as much as we got to swing a little bit better because that part of it we can dictate a little bit better.
We have struggled in the past, and we struggle now, and this is a interesting piece, but we struggle on slower velocity. We hit Blue River came in, and Turley was bringing it pretty good, and we jumped all over it. So and that's a hit by pitch, which will score a run and make it 12. But we struggle with slower pitching, and we struggle with a slow curveball, especially out of a right-hander's hand. And we had trouble with that at Liberty Christian before we finally broke through that.
Yeah.
I mean, in that game it was 3-1, and then Grayson hit a 3-run home run that kind of broke things open. But you're going to see that. I mean, it's not always going to be a fast pitcher. You've got to be able to adjust the bat speed and adjust to the pitch. So, and you know what? I'll always say this. They're saying that hit him too?
Yeah, it did. Hit him on the leg. Both umpires immediately put their hands
So
up.
this is another one I always remind people of. If you didn't pay attention, of course, everybody's going to look and say, well, this is the team that went to semi-state. Well, it is, but it's also a team of younger guys that are trying to find their spots early in the season and haven't practiced on a field in a week because of the rain. But here's the other piece of that.
Yeah.
We lost, and no disrespect, this is all credit due to this team. We lost to Elwood last year.
Right.
And Elwood probably said after the year, if I'm that coach, I'm saying, boys, we just beat a semi-state team this year.
That made it to their banquet for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, one of our best
When
wins
you're
of the year.
when you're a team that's up and coming and trying to build a program, you hang your hat on that. So, you know, if you're just watching this without the perspective, it's easy to say, well, what's going on? Well, you got to put the perspective behind it. But still doesn't make it any easier on time. This has been a long, dragging. This might be 2.
We got
Rolling
one
it
for
over.
Sure.
And it got it.
They gave him the out.
First base coach, for some odd reason, wants to argue with a 13-0 lead.
They scored the run, but got 2 outs there.
For the Indians, the pitcher, number 24, Trendon Spence.
$14-0, 2 outs. I just like to see the Warriors come back up here and maybe hit the ball.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see too. At this point, just make some good solid contact, see what happens.
My wife.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I had.
And your nickname was Linda.
I was trying to say kinda, and it auto-corrected to Linda. Well, she was quick enough to say, "Don't call me Linda."
Oh, there's a small wasp up here. Deuce is wild here.
Trying to get out of this one.
Everything pulled right down the line there.
Well, I'm just now looking into the chat. And Mr. Producer, I see you've had to respond. I know we have a couple people watching, and Deborah, if you're still on, yeah, we only have the capacity and the crew to do one game at a time. So that's a deep hit ball. Kenny Drake going back.
That's
and
foul.
Foul ball. I see that Mr. Romine responded to you, but yeah, we can only do one game. Can't do softball at the same time. Don't have that many personnel and that many kids to run the cameras, and so
We'll get over there.
we have several.
Times.
We have several on the schedule. Mr. Romine has several on the schedule. Tonight was just the boys' side.
While you're on there, subscribe.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button. You'll be able to see those softball games when they come up.
Yeah, and that way if you miss it,
They'll notify you.
they'll let you know. Hey,
Yeah.
there's a softball game.
And you can always go back and watch any of those archive footage. We just appreciate you being here.
Well, most of you. Still 2-2 here. Seems like this-
Two outs. Got away from Grayson. He's coming.
Brecken forgot there was a guy on third there for a second.
He got there. We'll give him. Earl Bailey. The Sirius XM guy is Earl Bailey.
Okay.
Sorry. It just came to me. And that was really important at this time that we get that right.
Now batting for the Indians, center fielder, number 2, Braden Huggins.
Still 2 outs.
Right there, it's the great Earl Bailey.
Gotcha. Looks just like I would expect a guy on
Yeah.
classic vinyl to look.
Well, listen, if you're on classic vinyl, you're not a pup.
I'm on classic vinyl, so most of the night drives. I go to rewind every once in a while. I always feel like,
You know,
I don't know about you, when I'm listening to the classic rewind or vinyl, I have to hit the other one to make sure I'm not missing a better song real quick. And I go right
and
back.
then go back.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you know, but if we talk about, there's the great Damon Bailey.
Yep.
But there's also an underrated Bailey, and that's George Bailey.
George Bailey. I was going to yeah. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. What do you want, John? You want the moon? I'll lasso it. Oh.
Every time a guy walks.
Teacher says every time a guy walks, Mr. Hanson gets his wings.
He's giving him as much as he could here.
A good teaching moment here for Stevenson and Coach Hanson, bringing everybody in. I think Grayson might be done for the day. I think he's taking the gear off. He is. And Carter Flynn's going to come in. So here's what I want to tell you about this very smart move by Coach Hanson. He's got a lot of innings left for these guys, so he's going to give Grayson a break, and Carter's going to come in and catch. He's the backup catcher, and I think this is a great move. Getting these kids the experience.
I think Cade Banner's going to come in and pitch.
I think so. Grayson gets a break, and when you've got that many games coming up, especially as dad, I'll say I appreciate that move and letting Carter get back there and get some innings in. So.
Well, we can take a quick break here if you'd like.
I'd love it.
All right. We're back.
And we're back after a nice Jerry Reed rendition of Eastbound and Down. You know, I always felt Jerry Reed. Is Jerry Reed in the Country Music Hall of Fame?
Yeah, if he's not, he ought to be. I can
Twice,
look that up
maybe.
for you.
You got to go in twice.
Yes, Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed should have went in as Jerry Reed.
And the Snowman.
And the Snowman. And we're close. Yeah, we're real close. So Cade Banner's in to pitch now. Cade Banner has not pitched that I've seen in Warrior history. That one is up, and it's going to be caught by our first baseman.
Cam Gleason there with
Cam
the catch.
Gleason with the catch. Cam Gleason took a year or two off, is back with the Warriors.
And yes, he is in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
Cam Gleason?
No, but not yet. But Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed's in the Hall of Fame. There
All
you
right,
go.
We'll be back.
I got lost. All right, now batting is the Hammer, Kenny Drake. Start us off right here in the top of the fifth.
The outside corner there for a strike.
Caught the outside corner on the Hammer. Kenny Drake, he had a home run at Blue River at a dead center. He and Grayson are the only ones so far this year in the short season with a over the fence HR. It is 14-0. Your eyes are not deceiving you. And that ball is driven and in through and a single if I'm scoring.
Yeah. That would have been a tough play, and it took a bad hop.
And that's the second hit for the Warriors today, so
Now batting for the Warriors, third baseman, number 23, Blake Durr.
wow.
Travis Tritt here.
There's man of my own heart right there. You know what? I hope he gets a hit just for Travis Tritt. Yeah, he's been consistently calling that pitch. That's a shot, but the center fielder's making his way in on that one. He's diving, and I don't know. He's going to say he caught it.
I mean, he did hold his glove up right away, but sure, it looked like he hit the ground.
It looked like he trapped it off the bounce, but you know what? I'm also 90 yards away.
Yeah.
So, and I have visual correction. I have corrective lenses. So,
If he did make that catch, what they're saying he did, that was
run
good,
rule will be the
good
5th
catch.
inning. Once we don't score enough runs in the 5th, we'll be able to go home.
Jared Ladd here.
So that fly out, say, I thought it was a seeing high single. That one gets away, and
There's Kenny down second.
Kenny Drake, the hammer, moves on to second. Kenny Drake wearing the 80s helmet. I love how he tips it back a little higher. Got the bill up a little bit so he can see. That's the old 80s style. You remember when you had that hat so high?
Oh, you should see some pictures of my Little League team. My hat's so high it's barely hanging on the back of my head.
And how many pictures do you have from that time where at least one kid's in jeans?
Oh, on the team? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, nowadays, even at that level, they've got bats and helmets and bat bags and all kinds of stuff. Kenny's going to try and take it down to third, and he better get there. He did. So we have a runner on third for the first time tonight.
A good chance for Jared Ladd here. If it's a 3-0 count, but be a good chance to
It's just,
get an RBI.
I was just, as
Get
I was,
some runners on.
yeah, sure. As I was talking, though,
Yeah.
is how different the generations are when, you'd commonly see kids wearing jeans to the Little League
Well,
Park.
listen, you just wanted to play baseball at that point. You didn't need all the good.
Well,
you didn't need all the best.
I'll tell you the
stuff.
other
You
thing
just
is-
needed to play.
Two Gen Xers here. I'll tell you the other thing about it. Our parents just didn't want to have us at home. Three Gen X. Jared Ladd's been hit more than anyone this season. That, I think, is the 5th time he's been hit by a pitch.
Number 13, Cade Banner.
But if you're from Gen X, you know. Wow. 5-finger death punch is bringing it. That is loud. Is that Cade Banner's walk-up song?
Yeah, he didn't want regular bad company.
No, he didn't want regular bad. He didn't want bad company by bad company. He wanted bad company covered by 5-finger death punch.
Let's see what.
Anyway, Gen
Yeah,
X had a 10 o'clock commercial that said, "It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?"
Yes, and most of the time they did.
And most of the time they did not. Yeah,
And then nobody cared.
no. There was no latchkey. The phrase latchkey came from the fact that we had a key around our neck and we're sent home. How many kids in our age group bracket also had a deep fryer on their counter or on their stove and regularly used it without adult supervision?
No, we just had a big pot full of grease that
Yeah.
we'd warm up and just cook on, and
Got him.
Cade will take that. Get some runners on.
We got a bases juiced situation here, and
Back for the Warriors, number 10, Carter Flynn.
Carter Flynn's going to come up.
Carter's a big Elvis fan here.
Hey. I like this song. Wouldn't have been mine.
Would have been your
Suspicious
walk-up or
Suspicious Minds is my favorite Elvis song.
Yeah, yeah. I could see that.
No, I would have came up to the Ghetto.
That would really get you going. Gets the crowd into it, too.
Would have been that, or what was it? Enigma's Sadness from 1991.
You always pick the bright ones.
Yeah, that was a good one. Good Riddance, Green Day. That might have been another one I would have. What's your favorite Elvis song? Do you even like Elvis?
Yeah, I've been to Graceland.
But that doesn't mean you like him.
Well, yeah.
A lot of people have been to Graceland. That doesn't mean they like Elvis.
Yeah, I like Elvis. I found it very interesting. Yeah, I do like Elvis.
You didn't answer my question,
Oh,
though.
favorite song?
That's a hit.
Oh,
That's going to drop.
I have to pause.
That's going to score. It's going to score 2, possibly. Coming around. That's a good throw, but it's going to be cut off. And the Warriors are on the board now, 14-2. And that was Carter Flynn with a nice little 2-out.
I will be talking about that all
Single.
night. Right over, take the pitch where it comes. Go
Absolutely.
right over second base.
Almost like you know how to do it, Coach.
Been there. I don't know how to coach this sport. I don't know how to coach many of them, but I do know that sometimes you just let the pitch come to you.
You know what some of the greatest coaches became?
Announcers.
Announcers. That one could be trouble. This one could be trouble. I think it's trouble. It's down.
Go.
And no. There we go. And still, they just put a quarter in, and he's going around, and they're just going to throw it to the pitcher. At that point, it just becomes, hey, put it in the pitcher's hand. It's like T-ball.
So now 3 runs here. It's kind of what we were hoping for. Get the bats going a little bit.
Yeah, I like this. Brady Burden's rolling with 1 out. 14-3. Oh, yeah.
Outcast here.
Brady Burden promoting civil rights, and I like it. A good cut there. Just me and this bee fighting it out over here.
Yeah. Last time that happened to B1.
Yeah. Was it?
Where were we? Southern Well? No.
Oh, that was at Shenandoah.
Shenandoah. Somewhere.
I feel like it was Shenandoah.
May have been. I know you lost.
It hurt. Yeah. Between the two, this guy won't. Find somebody else, fella.
Ooh, that's close.
Well, I'd also argue with an 11-run lead. There's no way, Phil. Oh, now you're dealing with him.
Fly, I think.
I don't think it was.
No.
Mind your own beeswax over there. Come on, Brady. Let's drop down a bunt right here. That one's loose.
Tyler going the wrong way on that. He's got to be bouncing, go.
Yeah, you've got to be in the secondary on that.
He was coming backwards.
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out if he got picked off or not. I think he did. But I think Phil Bailey was feeling good for us. Brady Burden now 0-2 hole here. Pokes one.
That one may end up over on the softball field.
I don't know. There's a lot of chatter over here.
I didn't hear the organ.
No, I think.
I hope Biff's
I
okay.
think Biff's okay. I think it clogged the pipe. 0-2 still here to Brady Burden. Oh, good hold, and going forward there.
Tyler finally does get that.
Summers makes the move up. Brady's got
some ducks out there.
He does. I'm not saying he could bunt down first base, but I've seen him do it. And, sometimes, even with 2 strikes, a little chaos is always fun.
Staying alive.
The great Bee Gees.
Yeah. Mr. Denny give them free popcorn or anything for bringing those foul balls?
The Bee Gees?
No, for bringing the foul balls.
I don't think so.
No. Way too much out of his budget.
Yeah. Ooh, that might drop. Nope. It's going It is going to score a run. Ooh, no, we didn't. We didn't go. We didn't want to test it. So the top of the order now, and that will bring up Cam Gleason. Cam Gleason came into first base, and he will bat in place of Grayson Mealy when he subbed in. Cam had a nice hit at Southern Wells.
See if he can just poke one out there, get a single.
That is off the plate downside. With 2 outs, the Warriors at least got out of the shutout situation by getting 3 runs here. Again, a lot of younger guys seeing some action, so that one's off the plate as well. Nice try to frame that one by the catcher. I believe they have asked for the umpire to clean the plate. Once again, when you're up 11, I don't know that arguing location of pitches is really where you need to be. We'll give you the fact that Tyler got picked off. He did.
Sometimes I'm surprised, and sometimes I'm not. A little high on that curve.
Well, I've always been a friend of the officials. That's what double secret probation gets you. That's ball 4, and we got the bases juiced for Ty Freeman. I like Ty in this spot.
Just put one in play, Ty.
Got a senior coming to the plate.
Right over the shortstop.
Oh, he's got a
Or just
walk-up song, I think. There it is.
punch one to the right here.
I don't know that one.
You don't?
No. Do you?
No.
I told you. Oh.
I'm saying he caught it. Huh.
Well, Warriors get 3 in that one. We'll be back with you.
And we're back.
And we are back. Looking at the Hubler scoreboard, it's 14-3. Go to Hubler. Find you a car. Promises are kept at Hubler.
Get you
Get
a
you
nice car, whatever you want. They probably have it. Or they'll find it.
You seen the new 24 Ranchero?
No, I haven't. Oh boy, almost got hit.
Say that got him. Must have got him.
Now batting for the Indians,
Grazed the jersey.
23, Diego Geronimo.
It is. Bronco sales are down. I just saw that report.
Really?
Yeah, everything's down. You know, how many people want to buy a $170,000 Bronco? The cars are a little high. If you're a car dealer, I'm sorry. This is not your promo. I plugged you earlier, but cars are expensive. No. No, I don't think they went down in price. I think white ones are actually, you know, the white Bronco is in the Criminal Justice Hall of Fame.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
That one's a hot shot, and that's a foul ball.
Foul ball, foul ball.
I'll tell you what, though, Durr made a good effort on it. It's hard to see when you're an umpire at this time of night, too, because it's just right. It's right there. You know, that sun is right there. How cool was that eclipse?
Now, that was something. I'm glad you gave us the day off there for school.
I thought we were crazy to do it, but then when I actually witnessed it, I thought, you know what, this is really cool.
It was really neat. Weird, neat, eerie, all in the same, but really something to experience.
Didn't quite get the influx of people in Indiana that we thought we were going to get.
Well, not in Gaston, but I'm not sure. But it did seem like a neat event, and there sure was a lot of hype built up for it.
There was a lot of hype for it.
I think most people just stayed around their house and went out in their backyard.
Yeah, went out in the backyard and just kind of chilled out. But you know, that 3 minutes of totality was pretty cool
Mm-hmm.
when you could look right at it.
It was only 3.
Yeah, it was the 7 minutes afterwards that I stared at it that really caused some issues.
Yeah.
And they're on the move.
I think they're wanting to get this over with. Put another couple runs up is what I'm guessing with the long drive. Well, that was ball 4, so it didn't matter.
Ball 4, so that's not a stolen base.
I
That's
guess
just
not. Nope. Had me fooled.
I would say Cade hasn't looked too bad though, actually, for never pitching.
Nope.
I may have started the game with him if I were Coach Hansen.
You might see him again later this year somewhere with all these games stacked up.
This is like the time Anthony Rizzo struck out. Who was it he struck out? Freddie Freeman. Did you ever see that?
I did.
Freddie Freeman couldn't quit laughing. And they are stealing. I don't know that the coach wanted him to steal
Yeah, he may not have.
because he's giving him an earful right now. Or maybe I don't know. If you're stealing with an 11-run lead, man, he's running. They're going to get him out. It was a balk. And they are correct. He did not disengage correctly from the rubber. It was it was a balk. But it's going to go down as an out because you have an 11-run lead. But listen, Cade doesn't pitch, so that's not something he's used to having to deal with. And umpire,
So
you hate to
that's
warn the team when you're up 11, but they had to warn him. This is one where you just want to get out of here on both sides. That's a shot. Kenny Drake is on a moped to try to get to that one, and it is
Kenny's had his work cut
over his head. And sliding into second, using it as a flotation device, and then a signature. I'd say that was a signature celebration that
I haven't seen that one before.
I have not either. But it resembled a canine marking its territory. That one got away from him. And our coach is putting the stop sign up on that. So I do believe that he didn't want the kid to steal earlier because he's throwing the stop sign up. There is one out. It's 15-3. Well,
Softball's still going.
I can go look. It's getting a little tighter. 7-5. Getting a little tighter over there. 7-5. Warriors are clinging to a 2-run lead against the Union City Lady Indians. I believe they would just be squalls, wouldn't they?
Foul ball there.
That ball is foul.
Oh,
Oh, Kenny Drake snagging that one.
good job, Kenny.
2 out.
Now batting for the Indians, shortstop number 10, Zach Folk.
Never changing world. 15-3, 2 outs.
I don't remember if him hitting left. Is he surely not a switch
Yeah.
hitter here? He did?
Yeah, he hit.
It would have been incredible, Folk, if he would have hit for both sides.
Yeah, you're just telling folk tales now.
I think we better stop.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close. There, close enough.
I think this is spiraling into a Harry Carey.
Saturday Night Live skit. There's there.
I will say baseball, it's just plays to the downtime.
Yeah, there is some downtime.
There's a lot of filler. So those 9 people watching us, we are doing our best. That was a little tight. Got away from Carter. They're not moving up.
I think if you're Coach Hansen after this game, you just say, okay, bring it in, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Rake your area, guys. Make sure you get your area raked up and get out of here and get to bed. Get your homework done. We're at Daleville tomorrow. Got a big one. That's basically what it'll be. There might be a little bit of, hey, younger guys really happy with you getting some time and, make a positive out of it and way to go up there and those of you that had to pitch in a tough situation. Yeah, but really it's just let me wash your uniforms and let's move on. But tomorrow's a big one.
Yeah.
Now batting for the Indians, first baseman, number 14.
I mean, you're sitting 1-0 in the conference right now, and really you look at the conference and Daleville sits there. Wapahani is, always going to be a difficult game, and Rose Central's got a tradition. Those tradition schools, whether they're having their better years or not, are always going to be difficult. The MEC's got good arms, so you're always going to run into usually their best, and we're going to throw our best. So
Right.
you're going to see Jared, and you're going to see Ty this week. Really, it's dependent on that weather on Wednesday, too, because if you cancel that, then that opens up Ty, because I think right now that's the plan, is to go Jared tomorrow. That one got him. Jared tomorrow and Ty on Wednesday. And then the other part of that is you have Jared then coming back on Saturday, and you're playing Blackford at 11, and Coach Hansen will saunter out to the mound. And
Yeah, I mean, it's the one thing that, if you don't really know baseball and the ins and outs of high school baseball.
Well, not like you do.
Not like me, but if you don't know the pitching is unbelievable.
Well,
the way you have to shuffle things around.
It's incredibly hard. I coach girls softball, and why? Because somebody gave me a job, and they just didn't have anybody else to choose from. So I coached it for 2 years, and I will say very easy because you can utilize the same pitcher over and over again. In baseball, you have the pitch count rule, you have the days off rule, and when you run into what we've already talked about and you have a whole week of rainouts, and you've got to fit that into the schedule, and the key is you have to play your conference games.
Right.
So you made a good point earlier. Coach Hansen could have canceled this game.
Right.
Coach Hansen talked to me today at lunch, and I said, this is one you just don't know about. He said, no, it could go any way, with us having to pitch younger guys, it could go any way it's going to go. But what he's done here is he's got Carter back there. Cam Gleason's playing first base. Now we're seeing Brady Burden's first action on the mound in a long time, and he's pitched in the past, but, this is something that you wouldn't normally see Brady have to do or Cade have to do. But, hey, they're out there and they're playing these positions. And, again, I think this is a leadership game. I'll go back to last year. There were some games last year that I think really set the foundation for our run to semi-state. The first one starting with the game against Cowan where we were in extra innings, and I specifically remember Grayson making that throw down to third, and it was wide, and it was an error, and it cost us the game. But the first thing that happened after that I think really solidified our leadership last year was Travis Bunch came up and gave him a fist bump, and Dawson Bookout put his arm around him. They could have easily said, why are you throwing that ball? You just lost us an MEC game. And
right.
You know what? They didn't do that. And we responded really well the rest of the year. Second game at Elwood, as a parent, you're sitting there and you're saying, oh, my goodness, we just beat this team by 15 runs. Now we're going to turn around and we're going to lose this. Well, what an opportunity to teach your team a lot of things. Resilience, how to handle losing, which I think is really hard for kids today.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because nobody – we just don't. We don't know. We don't teach it. We don't know. Everybody gets an award. Everybody's, great, and everybody's paying somebody else to help make you get better. So, losing's part of the game. When two teams play, someone's going to lose.
And we're not playing for a second place ranking. That doesn't mean anything.
This is non-conference. This is a game off, and it's one of the best days of the year. So why would we not
play a baseball game today?
Play baseball today.
And like I said, we're not hoping to end the year second ranked in 1A and lose the sectional. We'd rather be unranked and win a section.
Yes, and all that's true. And the other thing this one game is not going to define our season.
No.
You know, if it does, then we're not mentally strong anyway. So one game will not define us.
And I think it's a great teachable moment to always go back to. You had that as a coach, and I did too. You can always go back and use this and say, guys, let's not get too ahead of ourselves on a big win and too low on a loss.
Right.
We've been on both sides of it.
We are as good as we are tomorrow, or the next at bat, or the next pitch.
Wow. Can't see real well. It's almost like a little Marcus Aurelius sitting next to me, or a Seneca.
No, that's a wasp.
That's Mr. Waspy to you. That's a big one up there.
He's been around all game.
Yeah, he likes Mr. Romine.
Yeah.
If Mr. Romine could figure out how to get a GoPro on that wasp, he'd put it on there. We'd have a wasp cam.
Wasp cam. Yeah, that's ball four.
Brady coming into a tough situation, bases loaded there.
Center fielder number 2, Braden Huggins.
We got
This
that was
is
friends here.
We've had enough of that. That wasp is done. And the one over here is crying because it watched his brother die.
Mama wasp.
Ooh, that one got him.
It's a tough way to get an RBI.
Yeah. Well, they don't like getting hit. I don't think, I'd hate to tell number 2. He didn't mean to do that. He was not trying to hit you. I know it hurts, but
That's what that wasp said.
I think he was trying to hit him. Well, 17-3. If you told me today we'd be at 7:20 almost, 7:25, and it'd be 17-3.
You thought it'd be us, right?
I thought it'd be us. But we talked about all the makings. I will say this, field looks great. I mean, Coach Hansen has worked hard to get this field.
From where it was.
Now, we got some upgrades coming. That's going to be a fun thing this summer. As soon as the season's over, both baseball and softball get brand new press box.
I was going to say, tell me about that.
Brand new backstop, brand new dugouts. We get rid of the fence behind, and we go to the classy-looking netting.
Full netting, okay.
Concrete walkway, all around. Everything will be concrete, so you don't have to walk in the grass and sit in the grass. And this press box, both of the press boxes are modeled exactly the same. So this side right here will be one side, and then there'll be a media room where you can close the door.
Oh, my gosh. We're not going to know what to do.
And guess what you got up top?
What?
Ladder up top for cameras.
More cameras up top. And
Yeah.
just like a concession stand.
So you can fit 8 comfortably in the press boxes. You can get up to 10 to 12. And you can get 4 in the media room, and you can. And underneath, enough storage for both coaches to move in.
That sounds awesome.
Man, Coach Hansen has many more days like this. His wife might make him.
We bring the wasps with us?
Yeah, the wasps will be there.
Okay, good.
It's a wasp-friendly environment out here.
Yeah, it is. We're all about the environment.
And I don't know that anyone at all would listen to this, so it doesn't really help. But I don't have anything else to talk about. But we did not bond again, and we aren't putting turf in. I know that's out there, and that's a confusing thing for people. We are not. This is money that was left over from the football track.
I mean, honestly, as nice as our field looks right now, we don't need it.
No. We're going to bring in some next year we will be bringing in some new infield dirt for both fields.
I will say we do need the press box because there is a hole the size of.
Well, I've been standing in what might be right here, what might be the softest piece of subfloor I've ever. But it's 18-3. If this is the way it ends for me, this is the way it ends for me. I just can't get over. In 3 years, I have never seen the flag without any wind out here.
Both of them. The one over on the golf course, too.
The outcome may not be great, but, man, the weather is. This is as nice a night as we've had. And I am in here with you, Coach.
Couldn't wish to be anywhere else.
I couldn't have dreamed of a better situation.
Deuce is wild here.
Brady's got one more to get us out of this one. And the Warriors will come up. They'll need a lot. Ooh.
Just a bit outside.
Just about got him. That's a live ball. He can't give you a – Carter asked for a ball, but that's a live pitch.
He might be out, too. I think he's got one now. Yeah, he's telling him right now.
He's like, in a game where you're not down by 15 runs, they would be able to move forward on that. Oh.
Boy, he wanted to call that a strike.
Yeah.
Now batting for the Indians, designated hitter number 23, Diego Geronimo.
You know what?
It's 19-3.
The other thing I would use this as a coach is, boys, we play a big one tomorrow, and we can't play like this. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be something he's thinking about is, get this out of the way and then get your minds right for the –
Yeah.
because you're going to see their top pitcher. I would assume you'll see Merrick Adams tomorrow.
Yep.
Or you might see the Colvin kid. He's been pitching a lot too. That's a nice little pitch, but
You been out there much to swing around on the golf course?
I was just out there Saturday night and was able to hit, about 90 yards out and kind of worked my way in.
Let me guess, you watched the Masters, got all fired up, had to go out there and get a few swings in.
That's exactly what I did. And it's almost like you were watching me.
I was behind it.
I
strikeout.
There we go. Brady Burton gets us out of it.
We'll be right back. Yeah, we're back.
Are we?
Yep. Sprung a leak over there.
Deep into the game, and by deep I mean we're in the bottom of the fifth. It's 19-3, so if we can't scrape up 7, this one will be over. It might have been a strike. The hammer at the plate, Kenny Drake. That one's down, and Kenny's
Tried to quick pitch him on that one.
Spence still out there. Why wouldn't you be? Kenny, hard shot, and that one eats up Howler, whatever his name, Dowler. Sorry, Mom.
Let's call the whole thing off.
I'm so sorry, Mom. I got lost there. It's Dowler, Owen Dowler. That was a hot one to handle. Warriors start off the first time in the game with a hit. Start an inning. That was the first time.
Is that a Counting Crows song? Hot one to handle.
That's Black Crows.
Black Crows?
Yeah. There's a hit.
That's
a gapper.
We've been talking about
That's a gapper. Almost in the gap. Kenny didn't quite pick up Coach coming around second, but he got there. First and third, and Jared Ladd coming to the plate.
Now batting for the Warriors, second baseman, number 2, Jared Ladd.
Jared with a chance to drive in a few. I would say Sunshine Scooter, Blake Durr might be on the move. We might have a base runner. I think Blake Durr is going to get a base runner. If I'm Blake Durr, I'm going to say something when I go by. What do you, Coach? You don't believe in the wheels?
Let's see who gets. Somebody's going to get some playing
Going
time.
deep in here. We're going to. That's Mason Davis.
Gabe Becerra.
Okay, that's Gabe Becerra. Like I said, that's Gabe Becerra. Becerra transferred this year.
Moved into town and
Out of Texas.
happy to have him.
Oh, big pickup in basketball helped us out. Here's Ladd, and he drives one just a little foul there over. I'm going to take a look at the softball field.
All right.
It's over.
Is it?
I'm going to assume we won that one, but I'm going to look real quick on the Wes-Del Sports Network. 7-6. The ladies held on to beat the Lady Indians. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to score a run. And they'll move station to station. And Kenny Drake across the plate, the hammer. Don't hurt him. That's Jared Ladd with a single and an RBI.
Kenny Drake scoring the run. Now batting for the Warriors, number 17, Sawyer Slopsma.
Here is the young Sawyer Slopsma. Something I don't know. Sawyer getting his first at bat in this one, and he's got one in the air. It looks like right fielder's underneath it. And that will not advance the runner. So aggressive early for Sawyer and
Poke that one to the right.
poke that one right into the right fielder's glove. And
I saw
here,
him hit one foul one time when I was out here at practice, and I saw him hit one over the just that way. It went over almost over the fence, I think.
yeah, I think they've got it out of the sewage treatment plant. Carter Flynn now. He's a Kiss fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume based off his walk-up song. Not Coach's favorite. Coach's favorite's Beth.
No, it is not. No. Probably Detroit Rock City would be mine.
It's not Strutter.
It's okay.
I was made for loving you.
It's all right. Yeah. No, they're done now. They're no longer touring, so they say.
Well, they're still in Scooby-Doo.
It's true.
Yeah.
Jerry Reed was on there one episode, too.
Ooh, Carter.
Or bailed on that one.
Got a little, again, a little Scotty Scheffler back foot action there, moving. Skedaddling. He's down in an 0-2 hole here. He's got some runners out there. And that will be the end of that. And that's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up
Batting for the Warriors, center fielder, number 6, Tyler Summers.
Tyler Summers. And Tyler Summers chose Milkshake.
We're down to our last opportunity here.
We're down to our last Milkshake.
The catcher's really close to Tyler.
Yeah, it's getting in tight. That one off the plate. If we don't pick up 6, we won't play on. I don't think we're going to be playing on with much more daylight anyway. Someone just yelled time.
One of the balls came out of the dugout.
Glad you saw that. They can't get anything by you, Coach. Folks, if you didn't like what you heard, 2 options. 1, always hit the volume, hit mute, turn us down. Just watch the game.
After you subscribe.
After you hit subscribe. We're 9 from 1,000. We're really trying hard. So hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. We just need 9 people to get to our 1,000 goal. The other thing you can do is
come out to the game.
Come out to the game.
Be sure to join us tomorrow. And by us, I mean Mr. Romine and the crew will be
track
and field for the first
time
ever.
From the brand new facility. It's been 2.5 years since we've had a home track meet. They're pretty excited. They should be. It's a great facility.
Let's hope they get this kind of a day tomorrow.
It's beautiful. That track is amazing.
Ooh. That was a real hard try at framing.
2-2 here. Deuce is wild.
And that'll be it. That's the end of the ball game. Not much to talk about. We'll see you next time on the Wes-Del Sports Network.